What is going on, guys? My name is Kazzy and welcome to this little cup run that I'm going to be going at again. Obviously you guys would have seen the other day I failed to win the cup and I wanted to try it again, and I thought I'd change up my team a little bit. I decided to get myself the orange man of the match Bony, so this is going to be a sort of review of this whole squad and review of Bony and how good he actually is. As you can see, I changed up the formation to a 4-2-3-1 with 3 centre attacking mids. Substituted the striker Atsu and brought in the centre attacking mid Atsu just to see if Bony would work a bit better as a lone striker, because I've been using him on online seasons and he wasn't really doing much for me, and that was with Atsu up top with him. And so I decided I was going to try him with a one-man strike force. And now this guy's using Asamoah as a left wing. Obviously, I'm using my Asamoah as a left back, and I think he's doing an amazing job. But this guy had 93 chemistry and an extremely strong team. But it takes me just 7 minutes to actually get my first goal. I tramp it across to Atsu, and we do manage to slot it into the back of the net with a very tidy finish. But a little bit of a mistake by me there. I misjudge the player that I'm coming to mark, which is Dumbia, and he's able to pull away from me very quickly, and he exploits my mistake. I got too tight to him too quickly, and he does go ahead and score the goal. And Yaya Toure, showing how much of a monster he is. His dribbling is unreal. Anything Yaya Toure does is ridiculous, and he does manage to pull the penalty there. Kolo Toure, his older brother, making a mistake, absolutely tanking him out. I'm not really a fan of Kolo Toure on this game, hence why I didn't want him in my team. Also, he was price locked at the time. I actually mess up that penalty. It's not fully in the green, and so I don't put it in the corner as much as I would want to. But it still dispatches it, sends the keeper the wrong way. And once again, he just runs through. He's got a very, very pacey team. He's also got Willian, because you only need to have 5 players from each of the nations. So you got that spare player who you can use, and obviously some people were subbing on 3 other players. Like someone subbed on Messi and Royce against me for one time, which was pretty ridiculous. But he gets caught doing a little bit of skill in the midfield with Willian. I punish him for that in the 85th minute. You just shouldn't do skill in midfield when it's a draw, and he mistimed the skill horribly. It was it was a pointless roulette that led him to eventually concede the goal and eventually concede the game, as we win the first game 3-2. And that was one of the harder games I'd had that day of FIFA. It was very difficult. But I felt that formation didn't work too good. It wasn't as good defensively, and I wasn't making as many chances attackingly. And I'm really not a fan of this formation. It's way too narrow for me. But it was much better than the other formation that I was using, because once again, that also didn't have any wide players either. It just had the 3 centre attacking mids. Now this guy, he's got the same idea as me. He's got Atsu up front as a striker, but the chemistry isn't really there. Just 66 chemistry. And so this team was very, very weak. And he does 5 minutes in, I tackle him on the midfield and do a little bit of skill with Yaya Toure. A bit of pointless skill myself there. But I do pass it across. It was meant to go all the way out to Asamoah, but Atsu is the one that picks up. And the man of the match, Bony, rises higher than any other player. And he does slot it into the back of the net. And it's a very tidy finish. Obviously, header goals don't happen as much as they used to on FIFA 14. Let's not remember the days where Eto could outjump pretty much any player in the game, or Giovinco even could outjump any player in the game. It was ridiculous. But this year you don't score as many headers, and so I think it's quite a tidy goal when you do score headers. And this team actually scores quite a lot of headers, because there's a lot of big players in there. But Asamoah here doing a little bit of work, cross it in, and it is Yaya Toure with the header. It's Bony with the header, Yaya Toure with the follow-up. And it's actually Tiote, and Tiote sweats it across to Atsu, and Atsu with an absolutely brilliant finish in my opinion. He really does find the top corner with that one, giving the keeper absolutely no chance. Like, you usually score those goals if you roll it across the floor, but Atsu wanted to make sure, and he's apparently got 62 shooting or somewhere around there. He's got a man of match card, and I might have to try and pick that up, because he was doing stuff like this for me. Look at this. That's an absolutely audacious finish. I held LT to try and hold off a player a little bit, and for some reason he finesses it not on his right foot but with his left foot, and he does hit the top corner very nicely. And the guy just can't take anymore. He does rage quit, and we do win that game 3-0, and obviously the rage quit. And we are into the semi-finals. The semi-finals had been my bogey round so far. I think I've attempted this tournament 3 times before, and I got knocked out every single time in the semi-finals, and obviously disconnected in one of them. So it really wasn't going good for me in the semi-finals. So I was a bit nervous going into this game, because I just didn't want to come so far once again. But he does make a mistake there, doesn't put enough power on the pass, and he loses it. And Atsu, who was in incredible form for me in the last couple of games, scores once again, exploiting his pace here, and just the centre-back just doesn't have a good starting position there. And Atsu does absolutely shred him for pace and slot it into the back of the net. But this guy gets a very lucky goal. I think I make a really good tackle there, and somehow the ball just pops out. 3 players can't close down the shot, and he does slot it in to make it 1-1. And really disappointed to concede that goal, because I felt that I was in control of that situation, and the ball did just pop out to him. But Atsu once again here, holding up the ball, just taking his time, not rushing it, makes a very good run out wide, and he does finish it once again. He also gets tanked out by Mignolet there, but he doesn't care. He's going to go celebrate that goal like a champion that Atsu is, and hopefully we will be champions by the end of this cup run. Now, Copper makes a save here, catches the ball, and his distribution was brilliant. Bony with a fantastic chest control there, holding off one player with a bit of outie, shoulders him off, cuts in, and outside of the foot, finesses it past the goalkeeper. 3-1 is the score in this game, and Bony was really proving his worth. I paid about 400,000 coins for him, and I don't know if his price is going to go up or down, but I'm probably going to get rid of him pretty soon, just to make sure that I don't lose out on any coins. And once again, Colo Torre, this is a different game, mind you. Colo Torre comes racing into the back of me, slides me out, and I'm pretty sure he probably would have got a red card from that, but he rage quits before the red card can be issued. And we win that game 3-1, and we are finally into the final, guys. And we're playing Bus Wankers, and he's got a couple of attribute cards on his CDMs. His striker's got one, his goalkeeper's got one, his centre-back's got one. Dumbia has a stat card on him. I wasn't sure how I was going to cope with this, but somehow this guy did manage to get to the final. And I'm not entirely sure how, because he wasn't the best of the player. Atsu runs through here, exploiting his pace, and Bony just peels off here, and it's not really the best finish. His goalkeeper, considering he's got an attribute card on him, I think it's Sirigu in goal as well. It's a very good goalkeeper. He just doesn't stop that. He runs out here, decides to run him back, and Yaya Torre scores the header on that occasion. And we are 2-0 up just 27 minutes into the final, and at this point, I think I'm cruising. I think surely I've got the cup won on this occasion. I'm going to get that 5,000 coins. I'm going to get that free pack, and I'm going to get myself a man of the match in that pack. Asamoah, who's been one of the best players, even though I think he's on 6 chemistry. He was absolutely brilliant as left back. You can see he made the tackle there, and he crosses in a brilliant ball to Yaya Torre. Sirigu comes out, doesn't catch it, and the attribute card is obviously paying dividend to him, and he's not doing very good with it. Anyway, Sirigu catches it there, very poor distribution there, and it's headed straight to Yaya Torre, who's not going to take any prisoners there, finesses it past the goalkeeper, and we are 4-0 up in the final, guys. There's no chance we're letting this one go, and we really do pour salt into the wound here. He's sliding in with every player possible. I pass it through. It's still a very nice passing movement, and Atsu to finish off the game with a nice little chip over a Sirigu. 5-0 in the final, guys. That's the final score, and we have won the African Cup. Finally, after so many attempts, I have finally won the African Cup, and I was so happy, and I was so ready to get an amazing player in the pack. And I think Yaya Torre got 4 goals in the final, and Bony, I think, got 1 goal. It was a good showing by all the big name players in this entire tournament. So, guys, that's going to be the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like rating if you have enjoyed it, obviously. If you're new here, subscribe. And as you guys can guess, we actually don't get anything good in this pack. We get Hilton and a whole lot of nothing, pretty much. But leave a subscription if you haven't already, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Kazzy, and I'll catch you all very soon.